So today, we're going to break down a Premier League clash that pretty much defied all expectations. We're talking about Liverpool versus Burnley at the legendary Anfield, a match that was supposed to be a straightforward win, but ended up being a dramatic, nail-biting standoff.
Okay, let's set the stage here, because you got to see the contrast. On one side, you've got Liverpool, the champions, on this incredible 11-game unbeaten streak. And on the other, you have Burnley, who are deep in a relegation battle and haven't won a top-flight match in their last 12 games. I mean, the form book wasn't just suggesting a Liverpool win, it was screaming it from the rooftops.
Right, so the entire narrative heading into this one was a classic David versus Goliath story. And it was all taking place on one of the most intimidating stages in world football. And this line from the commentary just nails it. It perfectly captures the stakes. Despite this massive gap between them and the league, 3 crucial points were on the line. And those points meant absolutely everything to both sides, but for completely different reasons. One was chasing the title, the other was just fighting for survival.
And let's be crystal clear, Liverpool weren't just favorites, they were overwhelming favorites. We're talking about Anfield, a place where they are just notoriously dominant. The only question on anyone's mind wasn't if Liverpool would win, but by how many.
So, how did the first half actually play out? Well, it quickly turned from what everyone expected to be a total blowout into a really fascinating tactical battle. It was Liverpool's all-out attack smashing against a surprisingly stubborn and really well-organized Burnley defense.
Liverpool were all over them. They controlled possession, the tempo, everything. They created chance after chance. You had Gakpo, Kers, and Florian Vitz finding little bits of space. But Burnley just refused to break. They set up this deep, compact defensive wall that just frustrated the champions at every single turn. And then, it happens. A clumsy, tired-looking challenge in the box, and the referee doesn't even hesitate. He points directly to the spot. This was it, right? This was the golden opportunity for Liverpool to finally break through that wall and get the lead they felt they deserved. So the penalty is struck. It's hit firmly, and it smacks right off the crossbar. You could just feel the collective gasp, then this huge groan, echoing all around Anfield. What an incredible let-off for Burnley, saved by mere inches of woodwork.
Oh, you better believe it. For a team that had dominated so completely, missing a penalty like that feels like a massive psychological blow. You just had to wonder, is this a moment they're going to come to regret?
But despite that penalty miss, Liverpool came roaring out for the second half with this renewed intensity. They were clearly determined to make all that pressure finally count.
And then the moment of pure magic arrived. It was this piece of individual brilliance from Florian Vitz, who carves out just a yard of space and unleashes this ferocious, unstoppable shot right into the top corner. Some strikes are just unsavable. And there it is. Liverpool finally had their lead. You could almost feel the frustration just lift from the stadium, instantly replaced by pure relief. The fortress of Anfield erupted, and everyone believed the job was finally done. Right at this point, it really felt like the natural order of football had been restored. The champions were ahead, and honestly, you'd be forgiven for thinking they were just going to cruise to a comfortable victory from here.
But just when the game seemed settled, Burnley was there to remind everyone that in the Premier League, absolutely nothing is ever guaranteed. The script was about to get flipped on its head.
Completely against the run of play, Burnley put together this rare, brilliant attack. A swift move, a perfect ball into the box, and then a clinical finish that sends that small pocket of away fans into absolute delirium. I mean, what a special moment for a team having such a tough season.
And just like that, the game is level. All of Liverpool's hard work, all that dominance, just undone in an instant. The champions were stunned, and all of a sudden, Burnley had a precious, unexpected point to defend for their lives.
The final 10 minutes were just pure, unadulterated chaos. Liverpool threw everything they had forward in a desperate search for a winner. It was wave after wave of attack, met by frantic, last-ditch defending, scrambled clearances, just heart-stopping moments at both ends of the pitch. Then, in the dying moments, a cross comes in, a header finds the back of the net, and Anfield explodes. They think they've snatched it at the death, but the celebrations are cut brutally short. The assistant referee's flag is up for offside. The goal is disallowed. I mean, just unbelievable drama.
So when that final whistle finally blew, the game ended in a stalemate. But the feeling in each dressing room could not have been more different.
So the official result, a 1-1 draw. Now, for Liverpool, this was their 4th consecutive draw, a really frustrating pattern of dropping crucial points. But for Burnley,
This was a hard-earned, massive morale-boosting point against the champions on their own turf.
Yeah, for Liverpool, this was a story of missed chances and ultimately 2 vital points dropped in the title race. For Burnley, though, it was a tale of immense resilience and tactical discipline, a huge psychological boost, and a point that was triumphantly gained.
So why does this one result matter so much? Well, for Liverpool, it was a harsh reminder that dominance guarantees absolutely nothing and that squandered opportunities are incredibly costly. And for Burnley, it was concrete proof of their fighting spirit, a result that felt like a victory in their tough campaign.
And that leaves us with the central question of this entire match, doesn't it? Was this a story of Burnley's incredible achievement, or was it about Liverpool's failure to win? The truth, as is so often the case in football, is that it was both.